UFC 292, Sterling versus O'Malley. Every fight to make on the main card and a few fights to make on the prelims as well. It is not a full 13, 14 fight card builder because there are a few fights that are very hard to make as of right now because, well, you know, there's a lot of fighters already scheduled to fight. So this is what we have as of right now. Obviously, our main event is going to be Aljamain Sterling taking on Sean O'Malley. 5 rounds in the bantamweight division. The number 2 bantamweight contender behind the number 1 bantamweight contender is, Sean O'Malley, and he's behind Merab the Cuck Dvalishvili. Merab, what are you doing, buddy? I don't care. Sterling is your friend. Just fight him, my guy. Me and Brandon Moreno are both Mexicans. I'm sure I would love to hang out with Brandon Moreno, but I'm also sure if me and Brandon Moreno were friends, he's probably going to stick a Lego right in my eye. I mean, Merab, you got to accept one of these title shots just because Sterling is your friend. Come on, man. Come on. What are you doing, Merab Dvalishvili? But that is the main event. It's already official. Amanda Lemos Weili Zhang is also official as the co-main event. Again, it's one of those where it's just like the bantamweight division with Sean O'Malley not being deserving of the title shot to fight Aljamain Sterling. The same thing is here. Amanda Lemos does not really deserve the title shot against Zhang Weili at this point in her MMA career. She, less than a year ago, lost to Jessica Andrade. Less than a year ago, she beat Marina Rodriguez, but Verna Jandiroba just did the exact same thing. I don't really know what they're doing here. Amanda Lemos is number 4. You got Nama Yunus, who's beaten Zhang Weili twice, and you got Yan Xiaonan coming off a great knockout victory on Andrade, who could also deserve the title shot. I don't know what they're doing there, but that's what we got as the main and co-main. Another one that's already official is Mario Bautista and Cody Garbrandt, so those ones are already made. Now let's talk about the ones that aren't made. The first one, you're going to like it. You're going to like it indeed. Henry Cejudo, the smallest UFC fighter in UFC history, taking on Petr Yan. And the reason I want to make this one is Henry wanted the Merab Dvalishvili fight. Merab's not going to accept that one because he is still injured. For the bantamweight division, who else is there, really? Merab's injured. He's not getting another Sterling fight. O'Malley's fighting Sterling. He is number 3. Sandhagen's rumored for some reason to go all the way down to number 11 and fight Umar Nurmagomedov. There is Petr Yan right there. Vera just lost to Sandhagen, coming off a loss. Rob fought, could be good. Would be a very, very solid fight. Rob fought is from Boston, but I'd rather him as another fight on the card. Maybe him versus Dominic Cruz, him versus Song Yadong, maybe even do him versus one of the up-and-comers like Jonathan Martinez or something like that. But I don't think Rob Font's that big of a name to really get the value on Henry Cejudo to get him back in contention for a title shot in the bantamweight division. So Petr Yan's kind of the only guy that makes sense. Plus, it gets Petr Yan right back in a title contention. If he's able to beat Henry Cejudo, that puts him right back at number 2, number 3 in the bantamweight division. Merab's going to fight for the belt. Maybe you do, because I think O'Malley loses to Aljamain Sterling. Then, maybe you do a Petr Yan, Sean O'Malley 5-round UFC Fight Night main event. Could be really interesting. So, that's what we're going to add, number 3 and number 5. We also got Marvin Vettori and Sean Strickland to be added to this UFC pay-per-view. Marvin Vettori at number 3. He's already lost to number 2, Robert Whittaker, and lost to Adesanya twice. He is fighting Jared Cannonier in a few weeks or something like that, and Strickland is going to be fighting Abus Magomedov in a month or something like that. So it should give both guys enough time after, in my opinion. They both should win. Strickland should beat Abus Magomedov, and Marvin Vettori should beat Jared Cannonier. Then you do Marvin Vettori, Sean Strickland. Winner is, close to a title shot. I'm not going to say they're going to get the title shot because you got Whitaker, you got Drico Duplessis, you got Hamza Chimaev moving up, you got the looming threat of an Alex Pereira Adesanya trilogy. But it puts Vettori and Sean Strickland, the winner of that fight, kind of right back into possible title contention. So that should be a good one. So that's the main card, is these 5 fights. And I didn't fill the prelims yet. This is just what I have as of right now. These are 3 good prelim fights that I would like to add for this card. One of them is Alexander Romanov taking on Martin Buday. Alexander Romanov, I believe, is still ranked in the heavyweight division. Number 14 in the heavyweight division. Martin Buday is undefeated in the heavyweight division. Deserves a good step up. So why not put those 2 guys together and do that fight? They're both good wrestlers, both good grapplers in the heavyweight division, so, why not? Then we got Brazilian versus Brazilian, number 13, Renato Moicano, and Thiago Moises, who is a former top 15 guy. They both get submission wins pretty much every single time they go out there, and I believe this would be a war. They're both really, really good on the ground, which could make for a very exciting striking match, and we know Renato Moicano wants that money, so this should be a banger in the lightweight division. And to top it all off, a good fight on the prelims as well, Dominic Reyes and Carlos Ulberg. I love this fight. I do indeed love this fight. Dominic Reyes, I believe, wasn't he like number 13, number 12 in the light heavyweight division, number 12 in the light heavyweight division. At this point, Khalil's got a fight, Jimmy Crute has a fight, Dustin Jacoby has a fight. He's got to fight someone outside of the top 15. Carlos Ulberg is a perfect guy. Really build up the Carlos Ulberg name on this UFC 292 card. And I know what you're saying. Put Carlos Ulberg at UFC 293. That's so long. That is so long away. I mean, when was Dominic Reyes' last fight? It was a while ago, right? Against Ryan Spann, it was November 12th of 2022. I mean, that's too long of a wait. So wait all the way until UFC 293. I know that would make sense, but I'd rather just put this banger at UFC 292 right on these prelims, because that'll be a very good fight. So that's what I got as of right now. I know there are definitely more fights to be made, and some of them, like Ulberg, you're going to say, nah, just do that fight for UFC 293 or whatnot. I don't care. I want it on UFC 292. But that's what I got so far. O'Malley, Sterling, Weili, Lemos, Cody Garbrandt, Bautista, Piotr Jan, Henry Cejudo, Marvin Vettori, Sean Strickland, Alexander Romanov, and Martin Buday, Renato Money Moicano, Thiago Moises, and Dominic Reyes, Carlos Ulberg. That's what I got so far for UFC 292. Like and subscribe, and put some fights you would like to see that actually make sense down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching.